Oh shit, son.
I'm just looking at my background now. Looks quite different than earlier.
Oh, why? What do you say?
Well, because looks like I have a gray tinge to my surroundings now, whereas when we do cold pizza, it's like white.
Is that? Did you change the lights? Is this the natural lighting changes that happen in a penthouse?
In the penthouse. I was in the penthouse suite of this place last week.
Oh,
yeah. Funny enough, I had finished work on Thursday, and I said, okay, I don't have a date night. I don't have kids to deal with. I don't have no show to record. I said, you know what? Let me go take a drink downstairs by the bar, and let me see what comes of it.
You have a bar in your penthouse, guy?
In the lobby.
Cool. All right.
In the lobby of the hotel.
All right.
So then I go and I take a drink downstairs, and I'm sitting there watching the hockey game.
Like, do you have a spot? I know that's Mr. Couture's table.
And did I tell you this already?
No, guy. I live vicariously through people who live in the penthouses, guy. It's great.
So, boom. So I'm sitting there watching the game, and then all of a sudden I heard somebody call my name, Fitz. And I look, because I said, you know what, I'm gonna go take a drink by the bar and just see whatever the night brings. You know what I mean?
Right.
See, like, I ain't got nothing to do. See what the night brings. And lo and behold, somebody I knew came through.
Who was it? Was it me?
Nah, a buddy of mine named Shama, and his brother got married in the hotel that night. And he's like, "Yo, we're having a party upstairs."
In your penthouse? Upstairs in your penthouse?
So it was in the penthouse.
Oh shit!
And all the food I was prepared was vegan.
All of it? All of it.
Yeah. And it's like, they're not even vegans, but I guess the person that had rented the penthouse for them was a vegan, and for some reason they decided to order their catering for the night from a vegan caterer to no, it wasn't even a vegan caterer. They requested vegan food from this particular caterer to appease the person that rented the penthouse for them.
This sounds fucking racist, guy.
Not
what
racist.
What's going on here?
It's not racist. It's foodist.
No, that sounds racist, guy.
Nah, B.
What's wrong with these people, guy?
Well, it was delicious, and none of them were eating it, and all the food was mine.
Was delicious.
DH lady, what up with you?
Oh, these guys flying in early.
What up with you, Foxy?
There's people. There's people. There's new people here. Holy
what up
shit!
With you?
Foxy G, big up. Comfy Krista, big up. Fave, what up?
Rada 84, what up with you?
Rada. I don't know Rada, but I like Rada. Just for the record, Rada, since I've been rolling in Celebrity Drew's The Good Morning Mix show. Oh, wait, shit. I didn't even mean to say that. I wasn't even thinking.
Kobe Hustle, what up with you?
Rada 84. Big up, Rada 84. This is fast, right? Oh, somebody said hello. Holy shit. I can't handle these rates. TH lady, big up. Big up, Flame. Okay, wait now. Where were we? You're in the penthouse, and then you went downstairs, and they were having a party in the penthouse.
Yeah.
And they were meat eaters, but they had to eat vegan food.
Correct. Seashells, what up with you?
Big up, Seashells.
DJ Solid, the man with the voice, what up with you?
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is Pizza in the Break Room. Episode what now?
48. 48. Nita, what up with you?
Bayesian DD. Oh, man. I got to watch my Twitch. I'm watching my stream.
Mika, what up with you?
Tadao.
What up with you, bro?
Tadao, big up. Oh, man, there's too many new people. What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by.
So anyways, I just mentioned that because you said something about the penthouse, sarcastically about me living in the penthouse. And I was like, hey, speaking of penthouse, I got to visit the penthouse just last week. And
so there's a penthouse of your penthouse. What kind of crazy? Where do you live, guy? I thought you see.
One and only Sammy Joe. What up with you?
Big up.
Priscilla need the link, bro.
Again? Yes, ma'am. Where do you want it now, Priscilla? What am I doing? What am I doing? StreamYards. Please hold, everybody. Or don't hold. Okay, is that the end of your story? Is there anything else? So the meat eaters ate the vegan shit, right?
The people ate the food.
The people ate the food.
The people ate the food. Cammy 23, what up with you? That's all there is to it. There's need not be any classification more than that. You know, the people, the beautiful people that were celebrating the beautiful situation ate the delicious food that was prepared. All right.
Was it fake steak?
Nah, bro. Yo, the man made a sick ackee. But instead of with saltfish, he made it with roasted chickpeas.
See, she had it because I didn't even send it to her, but I see it anyway. Roasted chickpeas, so fake ackee now.
No.
But why you guys look, man? Same problem. You people make up food.
Real ackee. Real ackee.
You make up food and you call it real food. Real ackee off the tree.
Yeah.
Fair. Just straight off the tree. Yes, pop out the pies in, and you're good to go. Pop out the pies in, good to go. Boil that shit
exactly.
All right. I wasn't sure. Shit.
It tastes like chicken.
Hey, we did a new show. Did you tell them about it? Did anybody see the new show yesterday? You tell them about the new show. What is it called again?
Hot Slice.
And
yeah, so basically Hot Slice was just a quick little take of one particular topic that we chose to speak about this week of Hot Slice was a slice of the weekend. We just spoke about what we did on the weekend. And there was a lot of celebrating T-Dot's birthday.
Celebrating a lot of people's birthday. Just celebrating people in general.
But I sang happy birthday to you online yesterday, so I didn't sing happy birthday to anybody else.
Just at all?
Did I?
I don't know. I feel like if there was people around you. Actually, I don't know who you are anymore, to be honest with you.
Don't act like you don't know me, bro.
No, I don't know who you are.
Don't act like you don't know me, bro.
Be careful, guy. I'm gonna ask people if there's people in the chat that were there on Friday, and then ask them if they really know who you are, guy.
Look. See, they don't know who you are, bro.
Wow. Fave.
They know who I am.
They know who you. No, nobody knows who you are anymore, guy. I didn't realize that. I thought I was the only one that noticed that when you walked in to the party on Friday. So, just in case anybody doesn't know, if y'all new here, my friend Kuture J, he has a favorite song, and he likes to electric slide and boogie oogie oogie and shit like that. So when Candy comes on, man's on the dance floor leading the charge.
Yeah,
right,
for sure. Yeah.
So on Friday at this celebration, doesn't this guy walk in the door like it's wrestling? You know, when the wrestling man bust out from the back with his entrance music playing, and this motherfucker didn't candy.
Yeah, well, I couldn't candy. I would have looked crazy.
Right in the door, right? No,
I would have looked crazy. I would have looked crazy.
No, bro.
Where's Couture J? There
should have been there. Here he is.
And then all of a sudden, the song comes on, and then I pop in like a wrestler, exactly like you said, stomping and start doing the bus stop. Nah.
I don't know who you are. I thought of all the people in the world, as soon as that, right, Tadal, right? It would have been fucking amazing, guy, if you walked in the door.
So you said missed opportunity. Missed
opportunity, guy. You gotta imagine doing that real, guy.
Nobody had that camera running, though. Nobody had a camera running.
No, cameras are always running, as you can fucking see with these goddamn events. There's fucking reels everywhere on the gram. Jesus Christ.
No way to cut that. That would have been a missed opportunity.
It's a little hectic. On the gram.
LA Mulkey, what up with you? What up with you?
Man, I'm hot.
Yeah.
I'm going through old man pause. What do they call it? Do guys go through something? Is there a what? So it's menopause?
Womanopause?
Womanopause? No?
No.
You guys stealing our shit, man. Anywho, fuck.
No.
Why are we here today, man?
Well,
Today's
we have
Tuesday,
a very
right?
special guest.
Yes.
She goes by the name of PriscillaInThe6ix, boss. And what's her moniker? What's her whole theme?
She likes to boss the fuck up.
No, say it with your chest, bro.
She definitely speaks to the essence of bossing the fuck up, and we're gonna find out what that's all about a little bit today. I think I'm actually interested because as Twitch started, I heard about Priscilla over there somewhere. Like she was over there on the Twitch, and I was over here on the Twitch, and then all of a sudden, like I ended up on her fucking show 2 weeks ago. Like shit, right? Or last week? When was this? Last week. Jeez, right? And so this is how the Twitch works. And now I'm starting to learn a little bit more about Priscilla. So we're gonna she says she's never been interviewed before, but we're just gonna chat.
So what? She should not have work. Should not have work.
We'll see how it goes, I guess, man. She don't have no job. I got a job and then get interviewed,
no work.
Yo.
What do you mean she didn't get interviewed before? Or she's self-employed? She's boss. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining Pizza in the Breakroom, episode 48. With tdothotshot and Couture J. We're gonna bring PriscillaInThe6ix on in a second. Sit back, grab a slice, make yourself comfortable.
We here now. We here. Yeah. It's in the break room, y'all. Holla, holla, holla. Woo! Priscilla.
Look,
Hi,
I'm there.
Look who we got here.
Hi. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It's so weird.
You know why?
What?
You want to know why you're nervous?
Because
it's the first time slumming in the break room.
That's
you
true.
being the boss. Yeah, so now you get to see what's happening in the break room.
I don't feel like the boss here, but it's okay.
How come? What do you mean?
Watch that TV show when the boss dresses up like an employee and he like does the work?
Boss?
Undercover boss. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's it. I like that show. It's dope.
That show's actually pretty dope still. You get some good stories. I like when they just fire like fuck you can't work here anymore. You gotta go, man. The Hooters guy, the Hooters episode.
We're lighting up.
You know what?
We're
That just
supposed to
tells
do
me
things together, Bennett.
hey, there will be no doing things together. This I mean it's late, but I'm not sure it's after dark, man. Okay? All right.
I'm just talking about smoking together.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll just check. Well,
what were you talking about, Bennett?
This is how I start. This is how we start the show.
All right, I'm ready to go too. Let's go.
Smoke, man. It's been a long day. I need to smoke. I've been pacing myself.
You were watching me on my channel falling apart, quite literally, but I'm good now.
Look at you, but
why?
So you made it. Yes.
Why was that?
No. We're not doing that. I was just saying. Because no, okay, fine. I was real there. I'll be real here. I just sometimes, you have those moments where you feel so fucking pressured by everything in life, and you feel like you just feel like you're just fucking up all over the fucking place, and you don't know what you're doing, even though you're trying. You don't know what you're doing. But
that's the good part, though.
Try.
That's the good part. And then when you wake up tomorrow, you realize you got through yesterday.
When I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck was wrong with you, girl?"
I know what needs to happen.
Please share some insight.
It's too early, isn't it? It's not. We didn't even reach that time of the night yet.
Why do people say it's too early? It's never too early for everything. You're supposed to express.
Because I know the other day.
Expressing in the moment.
I know the other day you were on your P. You were working it. You were getting everything done.
I'm still. I got
because you were saying that night. You're saying that night, and you woke up the next morning. You're like, yo, you started looking for shit to do. You're like, yo, there's got to be somewhere for me to do it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a thing that when women get good dick, since this is what we're talking about, and then once they get some good D, right?
What is this guy? What's going on here? Okay, yes.
This is PriscillaInThe6ix on Pizza in the Break Room. Come on,
all right,
guys.
Yeah, don't worry.
About sex.
I'm coming for you. Don't worry. We got you.
I have a question.
Talk to things, right?
Yes, we're talking to things. So if girls get good dick, yes, crack that bottle of wine. You gonna need it for this conversation. All right.
This is gonna be fun. Watch this,
I get
guys.
some good D. I haven't had good D in a long time, and now I got it. Y'all think that women ask for it too much after they get it the first time? Let's hear it from the man's point of view. And do we only behave when we get it? I don't know.
So no, you don't only behave when you get it. And
all right, cool.
And no, I don't. I mean, Fitz, do you have an answer to that question?
Teddy, you didn't even say anything, Bennett. You just did a lot of noises and then passed the buck on to him.
Yeah, that's all right. We're a team over here. We're a team.
No, because you.
Well, I can't speak for that. I can't say for sure how people behave after they get good stuff.
How do you feel after you get it good? How do you
after
feel
I get it good?
The world? Yeah, you feel on top of the world and like you handle everything, and then after that, you're like, yo, I want it.
After I get it good?
Yeah.
I go to sleep and then I wake up and go to work.
All right.
Cindy Milo Trouble, what's up? Big member, what up? LA Mo.
That's what I do after I get it good. I go to sleep and then I get up the next day and I do my workout.
Did you know that Oprah said that's a thing? Did you guys know that?
Oprah said what?
You know, so how it's a scientific, biological thing that after sex, you see how after sex generally, in general, men tend to wind down and want to rest or relax, where women get all a little bit more crazy, and ready to go again. Like that's Oprah. I was watching Oprah, and she says that it's one of those things that actually happens in the brain based on what's released.
Yes.
Yes.
From the dopamine and from the all the other shit that's going on up there. There's a couple more chemicals.
Yeah.
Those chemicals, they call them.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know about all the oxytocin, the that and the dopamine and all the feel good.
I heard about it. I heard about it. I try to dish out some dopamine here and there.
I just hear about dopamine attached to sugar. I don't know about it. Dopamine attached to anything else.
Dopamine released in your system, what it does, it's just called the happy chemical because that drug or that chemical is released within your brain, within your body, when you have good feelings, when somebody hugs you, when you feel the sensation of love in whatever form that is, sex, anything that just makes you feel good, dopamine is released. And when dopamine is released, you feel 10 times even better. It's like where the expression floating on a cloud or walking on a cloud or whatever the fuck that shit is.
And that's what makes one desire it more or try to get back to that feeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should brush up on your dopamine, your dopamine and oxytocin and all those feel good drug skills, knowledge.
I mean, I guess I'm familiar with dopamine whenever I finish a dope haircut. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
I see what you did there.
From the female perspective, this is really nice to look at right after you guys get it nice and cut, clean. Clean cut is very nice. I like it a lot.
My dopamine comes from when my client looks and says, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Cut hair, that's right.
He says, "That's amazing," and then I feel a rush of euphoria. I'm like, that's right.
That's what it is.
And then I chase that feeling all day. Yeah. DJ Flame, what up with you? Beauty Bless, what up with you?
There's lots of people up in here. Carlos, DJ Carlos, big up. Thank you for stopping by, sir.
DJ Carlos, what up with you?
Did we say hi to Christy Ray? We met Christy Ray in person on Sunday, everybody. Big up to Christy Ray. I was litty. Fam. Fam. All right, Priscilla. Can we ask you questions? You want what kind of questions do you want? You want the easy questions?
I'm comfortable with everything.
No. See, I knew you were gonna say something like that. Which ones do you want? Do you want the insightful ones or do you want the easy ones first?
I will answer everything. Just start wherever you feel comfortable.
Oh, look,
this is your show. You boss.
She's trying to hold the control a little bit. We're gonna switch her around and shake her up soon.
All right, let's start with insightful since you asked.
Insightful. All right. So today you told us that you're feeling good now, right? So we're not going to get into what happened, but a lot of what you talk about on your show is kind of how you've progressed and where you were in your life and where you are in your life now and what you've been able to do to get there. So when you have a day like today, what kind of things do you lean on? What have you learned to lean on that gets you to the point where now, you know what, you're on Pizza in the Break Room, it's all good, you might have had a rough day, but here we are?
You know what I've learned, like if I'm being honest, I think that I've learned a lot of skills that I could apply to any situation. When I get upset, when I should be holding my tongue, pick your battles, all of these things that we learn during self-care and like when we're trying to upgrade ourselves, quite literally. You know what the right answers are. The thing about life is that when you're in the moment of feeling these things where you're supposed to now put these good things into practice, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Absolutely.
So when I like moments like today, when I know all of the fucking things and how to apply it, right, actively, and I've practiced them before. So all I need to do is just to apply it. But mentally, on me, it feels like it takes so much energy. Like today, it felt like it took so much energy to not be frustrated, to not let myself get angry, to not let my mind go to certain places. So today, I felt like it was a full-fledged battle with myself.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
Is that because
it happens?
Is that because of your day, or is that because you were coming to do something new that is out of your element? So then it kind of trickled into what the rest of your day felt
If I'm
like.
being honest, I think I would have been able to handle everything that came at me today in a way where it wouldn't even be bothering me right now. You guys probably wouldn't even know about it. I would have just said I had a good day. If truly today wasn't a result of a buildup of things that I have not said in the past 2 weeks.
But I think what I do like about you is that you're open, right? I think I'm trying to do that. I'm learning myself too. And I think just being open and honest and authentic is wicked. That said, 1 second here, because we got a hype train. We don't get too many hype trains. So I think because Priscilla's in the house, there's a hype train for Priscilla. So I backed it up a little bit. So first of all, KM, big up, first time chatter. Channel 9 up in the place with the gifted subs. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Symmetry Vibes, blessings back to you. To Dow with the 200 bits. I'm sure I'm missing something, but there's a level 2 hype train. So big up, y'all. Thank y'all for
level
being
2.
here.
Thank y'all for the contributions. Thank you very much. Cami 23. One love.
Big up, y'all. Thank you for that. So that battle, so I find it's like a daily battle, and it gets better and it's easier now, but it's still.
Yeah, some days are like you feel like you know everything and you can do all the things, you know what to do, and you feel like you're making the right decisions and you're doing it in a healthy way. Most days I feel like that now. So I am proud of myself for that. But there's some days where like, this talking some real shit. Like no matter what the fucks you try to do, nothing is working. And it's not that you want to let yourself go that way. And it's hard, man. Here's the realness. I wanted to like block the negative thoughts that I was having, but then I was like, it's good to let myself feel it for a minute. And then I was like, I want my energy to feel good, so I don't want to talk about my feelings because I don't want to put it out there in the universe. I'm battling with that. And then I'm battling with fucking human beings being dicks all around me. And I fucking hate that shit. So it's just shit that we all deal with all of the time. Today, for me, it just felt like everything was literally like pressing on me. Today felt very pressing for me. Because even if I wanted to be real with like a few people that I talked to, I still didn't have the opportunity to do that. So that's even more frustrating too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me just talking, like I'm not just talking bullshit. This is all shit that a lot of us deal with day in, day out. It's fucking
every day. Yeah, everybody's got
it. Nobody comes out. You ask somebody, people come on your show all the time, right? And you probably ask them, how's everything going and this and that? How was your day? What about this situation? And if you're not talking about anything specific where you're like trying to tell a piece of someone's story that will be touching or inspiring, because a lot of that comes from trauma or bad times or working through something. We all know that. You know what I mean? But if it's not that, it's like, yo, the response from your guest is usually everything is great and dandy. Every day is not fucking great and dandy for me. And I think that that's one thing that I got to pat myself on the back for, is because at the end of the day, I feel like people think that I talk too much. I don't. I think that time is so fucking limited that I'd rather be. I appreciate, for me, this is my life. And for me, my voice was taken from me for a very long time. Facts. That's just the facts of my life. So for me, I'm not going to shut the fuck up about anything. If I want to talk about something, I'm going to fucking talk about it, because I now realize putting time together and also telling your story is very important, because we don't have a lot of time. So whatever parts of my story I can share with the rest of the world now, I'm going to fucking do that. Because
so how did you get your voice back? You said your voice was taken from you for a while. How did you get your voice back?
I put the work in to tell myself that I deserve that for me, if I could sum it up. Because
professionally,
yes, I will admit I paid a pretty penny for my relationship coach, and I also paid a pretty penny. So after my situation, I was offered free counseling through victim services.
okay.
But it was only offered for 12 weeks, but it was still free. So I took it. It wasn't, I don't think it was the best of services that could be offered within my region, but especially provided by the government and the courts. But I thought that I needed something better. So I actually paid out of pocket for therapy for myself on top of relationship coaching, because it was important to me to fix my fucking head. It was a lot of what I went through was very mental. It was all, my head was all fucked up. This dude fucked me out mentally.
That's
So
strong. That's strong.
I knew I needed to get the help for myself. Nobody was going to do it for me. Everybody could say, like, in moments like that too, it's funny because the world around you will say they're sorry to have to watch you go through that, or they'll say, you know, they'll give you the sympathy or the condolences. But at the end of the day, yes, thank you for your kind words. But at the end of the day, I need fucking some real fucking help. And I even didn't get a lot of that from the people that were closest to me. I needed like real fucking help. And at the end of the day, I had to do that in my situation. I did it for myself.
Let me ask you this.
Where I had to.
When you got the free services initially, right?
Yes, but I couldn't use them until I booked them. And I didn't book them. The only reason is because mentally I wasn't there to make even the phone call to get that help at that time. So I actually didn't end up using the free services until after I used up all of my paid services. Like after I paid for that, then I used the free services from victim services as like a brush up, or as like an additional cover for what I had already paid for. Because I didn't want to take the free services and then my head gets more fucked up, or I wasn't getting the help that I needed, because what I went through mentally was severe. It was so fucking, I should really be if I'm being real with you guys, I really feel like I should be really fucked up right now. Maybe in like some insane asylum because of what I went through. For real. It's like I had that close to Stockholm syndrome for a very long time. And that was not easy. If I didn't take paid help, and the right kind of paid help, I promise you, I wouldn't be this today. So again, going back to like when it comes to my voice and me just coming on camera and talking, whether I'm talking about inspiring and motivating other people, or we're talking about sex, or we're talking about days where I just feel like I'm fucking human and I just want to be real about how I feel today. This is how I do my show, because I don't know if other people in the chat understand, but maybe you guys do as streamers. When I watch some of my streams back, I'm actually able to see moments that I was actually hurt by something else, that I was talking about something, but maybe it was something else. I'm understanding that now from seeing myself. Or I see a lot of the growth in me and like the changes, and that makes me really proud to watch back my streams and not be like, should I save this video or should I delete it? I never question that anymore. I see so much like confidence in me, but I also see myself not taking away what Priscilla in the 6 is and what Boss the Fuck Up grew from and how it was created was just me having those days where I could just fucking turn the camera on, not have any direction, and just tell the people that I need them today and let them fucking help me. So Twitch is something really fucking special. But yeah, when it comes to my voice, that's why I say I'll never shut the fuck up. But with me, I don't always feel like I say a lot of things, and you guys have heard me say a lot of things in different categories and aspects and topics repetitively, because there's a lot of myself that I don't and I will never share.
Right. Yeah, it's tough, right?
That's pretty surprising.
It's tough to be, I find, because he and I talk about it all the time, or at times. I was like, I'd tell a story to everybody here in the chat, and it's a story about handling something or kind of what you went through, but then I'd go to Fitz later and I'd be like, this is what I was talking about, and he'd be like, oh, okay, I get it now. So the balance of being open and telling that story, letting everybody know what you're going through, how you're walking through life, with also without sharing everything, because that's that's not it. That's that part of it, or a certain part of it, isn't anybody's business. But you can still inspire people.
There's a lot of parts of your life. I mean, even just speaking from my life, there's a lot of shit that nobody's ever gonna know. Even with, like, I think about it, even with like my partner, my person, there's a lot of shit that he's probably just never gonna know. You know what I mean? Because we don't ever need to go there. I'm sure that you guys understand what I mean. There's like, yes, you want your closest person to be as close to you, but there's a lot of things that have happened. I can only speak for me again. There's a lot of things that have happened in my past that I just never want to speak of ever again.
No, it's your story, right? And it's yours to tell, and how you want to tell it. Maybe that changes, maybe it doesn't.
Here's what I was going to say, Bennett, is that the more that we talk about ourselves and be real with the people, then what I found is that there were so many times in like streams like today where I didn't know what the fuck to do or what the fuck to say, where that's when my DMs are full the most. I'll get a ton of DMs and whispers right after the show with either they were feeling the same way, or they have words of encouragement, or the coolest thing for me is when somebody who's been lurking for the longest time and they never come in the chat and say anything, and they still won't, but they'll whisper you about something that happened in your stream. And it's just very private. It's just between you and that person. Nobody else in the family knows who they are, because all they do is lurk. But the thing is that you don't have to come in the chat to be part of the family. For the fact that you avidly come in and you lurk and you listen every single time doesn't always mean lurkers are bad mind. There's a lot of people who are very, very, very introverted to the
absolutely.
Some people have voiced to me through DM like, yo, they'll come out now and say like a little 1-2, whereas before they wouldn't come and say anything, but they whispered me and told me like, yo, I'm working on it. Thank you for like pulling me out here and there or whatever. Those are like the coolest moments to me, because I'm like, it's a change in somebody that seems so little. It's not. For somebody like that who's shy and maybe feels left out or lonely or doesn't have anybody, for them to finally come out of their shell and type something in the chat to say hi, to acknowledge that they're actually a human being, they actually exist, they're here, you know what I mean? For the first time, for me, that's huge. Those are the moments that I live for.
Those are actually awesome moments, because I know there's times, for instance, where I'll be at work cutting somebody's hair and they start telling me about situations that Bennett and I have discussed during the show.
Yes.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I didn't know you watch. You know what I mean? Like, I watch.
You have the internet? You have the internet?
But,
how did you find me?
Right? Yeah. But they say things that maybe we discussed that kind of impacted them, and that feels super good, just to know that, first of all, that they're watching. Second of all, that there's something that we've said that it has kind of impacted them in a positive light.
Big up to Mrs. Ron C.
Mrs. Ron C, good morning.
Oh shit, we got a good morning live on the break room. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., if I have this correctly, is the 1-year anniversary for the Boom Boom chat room. Is that right?
Wow.
Am I getting that right? I believe that's correct. And it says there's going to be stuff and more stuff, and 6 p.m. at the Boom Boom Chat. Go check
6
in on
p.m.
that.
in the
You
Boom
guys
Boom
hear
chat
that?
room.
6 p.m.
Ms. Ron C and Denise
tomorrow.
Jojo.
Y'all's better be there. Everybody in this room better be there. Or the
6
boss
p.m.
the fuck up snipers will come find you.
So, you know, this right here, even, right, Priscilla, the community, this Twitch thing, and you mentioned it quickly earlier, and we've kind of been talking about it the whole time, but what tell us about your Twitch. What does Twitch mean to you for real? What has it done, or how do you look at your Twitch, or whatever? Because I
How'd
don't
she get here though? How'd she get here?
Yeah, how'd you get to the Twitch? Like, what's your Twitch story?
Long story. Y'all have time?
Well, I mean, you got an hour and 5 minutes to tell this story.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta at 11:11. I gotta stop you so that you're clear. Go.
Don't want demons. Good night, boo boo. So after, so I don't know, because I can't assume that everybody knows my story. So I'll tell it like it is. I was in an abusive relationship for 2 years, and that ended on March 11th last year.
2020 or 2021?
I'm just processing that right now. Yes, it has, because it's still surreal to me that I just celebrated my 1 year, but a year ago, pretty much a year and a bit. And so I went through a 30-day period, probably a little bit longer, of like severe depression. I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat, I couldn't take care of my kid. None of that. Nothing. I was just, I think, I don't know. I still can't put the pieces together, but I just think my body and my mind was just processing everything that it wasn't able to process for so long. You know, when like everything, it was so bad. And then when it stopped, it was just so quiet that the silence was so loud. I didn't know what to do with it. That's how it was. So for me, where Twitch came from is I ended up meeting Specs the boss and his wife Tandori, and I was real close. I'm still close with them. They're family to me. He's still begging me to come out to fucking Yash. He's like, I better see you at the next one. But anyway, I met them in Twitch, and Tandori, her best friend, is Mixed with a Twist, and Mixed with a Twist husband is Daycare, and Turbo is part of that crew too. So those 5 were like my first like people that I met in Twitch. This was before I started streaming. And Tandori and Amina came to my house. It was so Mixed with a Twist came to my house one day. I invited them to smoke and drink and just talk the shit, right? And we wanted to talk some business stuff too. So they did. They came over and I told them everything that had happened. And it was so, I don't know why I felt so close to these 2 women, but Mixed with a Twist was like, yo, I have this friend. She's a relationship coach, and I feel like you need her. And I really want you to just reach out to her tomorrow and just talk to her. And if you want to take it further, cool. But if not, whatever, you know, at least you tried. So I took her up on the offer. Like, it was nice to have that moment with them. And then, so next day I was like, yo, this is something that I was just on the cusp of like considering getting help at this point, like after the first 2 months. And when I met Liasha, and I had talked to her for the first time, it was the first time I actually, so I set up an appointment with Liasha, and this is how Boss the Fuck Up started. I didn't ever received this type of counseling or therapy or anything like that before. And I've also never experienced a situation quite like that before either.
Right.
So I didn't know what to expect, but here was the moment for me is the first session came with her, and I was sitting outside on my porch at the old house, and I'm on the phone with her. And she goes, I just want you to just talk about whatever you want. And so she gave me like an introduction to how things were going to work and like whatever. And I started talking, and I feel like in my head, none of it made any fucking sense because I was just all over the place. I didn't know what to say. So I was saying a lot of parts little parts of everything, but it didn't make sense. You know what I mean? That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, I just remember feeling so relieved to literally tell the truth for the first time. That's how it felt. And I was like, I had always talked to, so this is why it was the moment for me, because I have been trying to open this boudoir for years. Before I met this asshole, actually, it was that summer before I met him, I had decided that's what I want to do. And it was that November, so only months later after I had decided that's what I wanted to do, was when the verbal abuse started with him. And so it was very significant to me in that moment of talking with Liasha, because that moment came up. And I told her how badly I wanted to do this boudoir and how it totally got crushed. And like, I really felt like that was what I was supposed to do in life. Like, specifically, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And like, I have behind it. Yeah. And like,
explain to the people who might not know what a boudoir is.
So a boudoir is amazing. It's amazing. So a boudoir is for women or couples. All right. Mine is going to be for both. That women come in their lingerie, or there will be lingerie provided. And the point of a boudoir session is to take very elegant and classy pictures of a woman in her lingerie specifically. It's very different. So there's a lot that goes into it. A boudoir session is meant to make a woman feel very proud of the way that her body is as is, and to help her see that just because she's a different color, shape, or size from another woman, that she too is sexy on the inside and the outside. Because every woman with the right piece of lingerie can look sexy as fuck. And I want to bring the confidence out of more women, because there are too many women, even if they are in a healthy relationship now, who have been told otherwise in their past. And I think that I've learned that, yes, your partner can give you what you need in a relationship, but I've also learned that when you've heard something negative for your whole fucking life, you could hear you're ugly 100 times. You could hear you're ugly once, and you would have to hear you're beautiful 100 times for you to even start believing it again. And so I still feel like that it's not even about women encouraging other women, because this is not a gender thing for me. This is just bringing out so I'm very sex positive as well. I don't hold that back from anybody. And I do feel like everybody needs to start feeling more sexy about themselves, because a lot of people don't. I would say, if I could take a guess, being in the industry that I'm in and the research I've done, I would say 17 to 20% of people are truly confident with who they are and exactly how their body is.
That's a minuscule amount of people.
Yeah. But if I ask the two of you just to be honest for a second, do you most of the time, almost every single fucking day, with like the exception of moments, feel sexy and confident as a man? I do feel sexy and confident most of I will say 90% of the time now. Yeah. But that is because so opening a boudoir is not easy. To be able to help other women feel like that. Oh, sorry, to answer the rest of your question, I'm so sorry. So it is very elegant and classy. It's not anything related to, it's more like Savage Fenty versus OnlyFans. You want to be Savage Fenty, right? A little bit. And so it's more showing off the art.
You might have to tell him what Savage Fenty is.
That's Rihanna's lingerie line. So it's very classy. It's very tasteful.
You don't have to tell me what OnlyFans is.
I didn't think so. It's really just this is what I want to do. I think a woman's body is a piece of fucking art. I think that I can help other women because of the confidence that I now have, and I've now put research behind it and courses, and also I've boss the fuck up in myself and my confidence and my sexiness. Nobody can tell me I'm not sexy, because I won't believe them. Now it's like a laughing thing. Nobody's gonna tell me I'm not fucking sexy. There's the difference. You know,
these guys got to stop it. These guys got to stop it.
Only
These guys
fans.
are the,
Oh my gosh, is that your
these
page,
guys-
Couture?
This guy's in the,
Is that your page? Somebody screenshot. I need to
fuck,
that later
stop
tonight.
it. Hang on, lean in again, guy. Lean in again. Lean in again. Oi, oi, oi. Oh man.
I could go on and on about my life and like the way I think and my opinions.
Yeah, what happens if you click this
so
link for? Don't click that link, people. Man.
Don't click the link, guys.
Don't click.
Mods, delete the link ASAP. Security.
Oh,
and lose when you need them.
Sugar. KM, how much was it, KM? How much was it? How much not deleting any? Oh, Lord, you people. You got bad people in the chat, man. Big up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here.
Big up the whole chat.
Prap. And yes, Priscilla, thank you for being here as well. So
100%.
As we're learning, Priscilla, let's do the debate. Tell us what's high school Priscilla like? Who's high school Priscilla?
Hold on. Ask me that again in 2 seconds. I didn't even answer your question. So
which one was the question?
Wait,
I think we didn't answer your question.
She's going through the boudoir and everything.
Oh, the boudoir?
Yeah, so during the session,
though.
let me just finish the story. So during the session with Liasha, I had talked to her about that moment and how I wanted to do the boudoir. And I was like, you know what? Let me start off by just doing a fucking Twitch, just turning the camera on and seeing how I feel about my confidence overall. And I chose to talk about like business topics and stuff back then, but Twitch really fucking helped the direction of my life. Like, I don't care how anybody takes that, because Twitch means more, to answer your question. Actually, Twitch means more to me than almost anything. If I didn't have Twitch, I wouldn't be this today. Yeah. I would not even close.
Twitch saved my life too.
Yes.
No fronting.
Yes. I love that you said that.
Out. No, I mean, pandemic was a time, right? So
it was.
I was going through some shit during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so there were many. I think I've said there's many times that I've danced to Twitch and crying in my underwear at night.
Yep.
So right.
I've had those moments too.
And what? To Jay-Z.
We still here. We still doing the things.
Yeah.
So kudos to us. Can I get a fucking slice of pizza or what? Y'all is rude.
Oh, you missed it? I thought you didn't get it.
She didn't come early enough.
Oh, she was
missed
late.
it.
Yeah.
She missed the pizza.
I was fucking streaming, y'all.
No. Yeah, there was some backstage. There was some backstage.
You missed it.
Can I get a maple donut?
You want a vegan one?
No.
You need a vegan one.
I want all the fucking fat in my donut, please.
I want some steak on that shit. Put some steak on. Put some steak on my donut.
Steak on my donut, please. That's 100%
all right.
me.
So, okay, now are we through the have we spoken the boudoir?
Yeah, we're done. I'm sure that everybody understands. If y'all don't know, just go to my Instagram and you will see the boudoir website pop up probably next week.
Can we fire up that link, please? I think we got some mods in the chat, but we'd appreciate that. We forgot to send you guys the fact sheet. That's why we have the best mods. They're always on the case.
What fact sheet? You guys are sending out notes about me to your chat?
Yeah. Yeah. To everybody. Email. It's an email distribution list. Watch it now. Now you're gonna get the couture. Now you're on the Couture J OnlyFans. You're gonna get that shit. Now, all right, let's go. High school Priscilla, let's go. Come
high school. Oh, fuck you.
There we go. Come on, who is high school Priscilla? Paint this picture. I don't even know where you grew up. Like where are you?
I told you. There's things that you know. So
all right,
I'm gonna fucking just tell the truth. As a streamer, you paint a certain picture, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Your
high school Priscilla, I can't even fucking lie. High school Priscilla was bad as fuck, yo.
Yeah.
So
Look at her. She's getting her. She's about to take her earrings out. Nobody. Hey,
What
hey,
happened
hey,
was,
hey, hey, hey. All right. Next question.
high school, I was your typical West Indian teenager. I don't know. I was very promiscuous. I was at school a lot, but I wasn't in classes. I skipped a lot of class. I was always in other people's classes.
School's a nice place to be, you know?
Same.
There was a cafe and we played dominoes and we played CeeLo and
Catholic school or public school?
What?
Catholic school or
public.
public school?
Well, I went to a lot of schools.
That's like my friend Shayla Soul. He went to a lot of schools too.
That was me. I don't know.
You're just looking. You were continually looking for the better education.
Yeah, that's all good. Yo, I was on the 6 year I Love It Here program. Yeah.
This was Priscilla. Yo, you want to know a day in the life of Priscilla in fucking high school? Wake up, go to my I go to my first class. So 8 o'clock to like 9:30 or whatever, right? Whatever that was. And then after that, I'd go home. I put all my shit in my locker. This was routine. I'd go put my shit in my locker. My house was actually right by, so there was a football field. Do you guys know Chinguacousy in Brampton? I grew up in Brampton.
Okay.
So the football field, there's a catwalk. My house was right at the end of the catwalk. Uh-oh. So my house for the whole of high school, people used to come and blaze and drink at my place yes, my place was that house. If one of my guy friends,
it was the booth at the football game.
Yes.
In the booth.
If they had a girl they wanted to just try a ting with, here goes some of these. I remember one day I'm fucking sleeping and my boy, he's outside and all I hear is this on my window and he's throwing rocks at my window.
Oh, and I thought it was.
I opened the window and I'm like, Ryan, what the fuck? And he's like, yo, I got a ting. Let me in. I painted a picture for you so y'all get it. I used to
right.
Yeah, but I went to 3 different high schools. So I got I think I got suspended from the first high school. I got kicked out, I'm sure, in grade 10, first semester. Then I went to North Park for a semester and then I left. I think I got kicked out there too. And then I went to Aquinas. And then I was making a decision to go to New York because I wanted to go to school there. Because I wanted to get the fuck out of here. At that point, my life was a lot to handle. At that point, like I was in grade 10, I think I was. And it was a lot for me at that age. I had like moved out of my home and I was working for myself. I was living with a friend. So life was like just like that for me, you know what I mean? But yeah, I went to St. Thomas Aquinas and I think I got expelled from there. So I went to Central Tech, fucking Toronto. A fucking school.
The good old days.
There are some nice mans there. That's the only reason I went there. I traveled every day to go see a man. That's it. I don't go to school there either. When I was going to Central Tech in Toronto.
She's like, I went to Central Tech for a year. I mean, I didn't go to school.
No, not for a year, for like a month. I had to be in school. So
there was this guy.
When I got kicked out of Aquinas, I had a month before I could go to New York. And so they were like, I still had to go to school. And that was the only school that would take me. So I just did whatever the fuck I wanted for a month because I knew I was leaving. So yeah, I was just going every day because 3 of my girls got kicked out of Brampton too. And they were now going to Central Tech. So it was a thing. We were all chilling together all day. You know what I mean? So the fuck what? But after that, I left. I went to New York. I don't want to talk about it today. But when I went to New York, it was a Christian school and I felt like it was a cult. I'm just going to leave it as that. And I just did what I needed to do. I'll put it like this. I was smart. I didn't agree with everything they were fucking talking about there when it comes to biblical shit and trying to force that shit on me. Hence, part of why I don't believe in God today. That's just a little backstory. It was very forced. A lot of things didn't seem right about that place. And it totally changed my views on my beliefs. So that's another part that I learned during high school. But I think the most important part was after I did graduate from that place, I came back to Toronto, and I got an offer from somebody who was like watching me how fast I actually finished 2 years in one when I was at the school in New York. So what happened was there was a Canadian location for that school as well, but you couldn't stay on the property to get help. Like you still had to go to the US location. So the Canadian guy would come down and visit. So for the year and a half that I was there, he would visit me every month and we would have talks and shit. When I went back, his name was Ken. He was working for this company in TD Waterhouse. And the assistant manager for the whole fucking project, they were putting together this project to send 200 kids to one free week of basketball camp. And they were looking for a marketing manager. I fucking bullshit some fucking resume because I wanted that fucking job, eh? So I put that I had all this shit behind me. I put all my credentials, especially from the school, and having certificates. I had a certificate signed by the president because my GPA there was 97%. And I
legit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because so they do have an honor roll program. When you do get on the honor roll, you'll get that certificate for that school specifically. So that was one thing I used to my advantage 100%. So I did my resume, whatever, but I killed I didn't even really need an interview because the guy vouched for who I was. And I was 17. That first job, I was assistant to the assistant manager for the marketing portion. So what we did is Flow 93 had just come out as a radio station there. Like they had just launched. And we were talking to Farley Flex was on it. And yeah, you could do the math.
You carry on. I'm okay. I'm counting.
So I would go to places like that and talk to like people in higher places. I would be the one to go and sit down and do basically a business deal or proposal to Fortune 500 companies. And a lot of times it was just me by myself because the way I speak today and I'm able to like negotiate business wise is the same way I was when I was 17. But that came from all of the shit that came with my childhood. Like I've been hustling since I was 6 years old, quite literally. So it's just built in me. So when that time came, they offered me the position, and that launched the rest of my life because I was already in the financial. I was getting paid $25 an hour at 17 years old. Tell me that's not a 17-year-old's dream. I didn't even know what to do with all that money, but because I got a taste of what it felt like early,
that was it. Yeah. That's good.
How I ended up here, I guess.
That is wicked.
That's teenage Priscilla. She was bad as fuck, yo. Y'all, if I was your daughter, you didn't even know what to say.
I don't know, man. Some kids get into it.
Yeah.
That's part of the journey, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Part of the journey. You wouldn't, like you said, you wouldn't be here if you didn't go through some of that stuff. As much as
I wouldn't. I don't take any of it back.
Right? That's right. It's tough sometimes when you think about it, but now that you're through it, right? I'm like, all right, that's what I went through, and look at me now.
I see, like, even all the bad shit that's happened to me, honestly, like, realistically, like, as a human being, do I wish some of that shit never happened? 100%. But, like, when I look at the bigger picture, it's not even the bigger picture. It's how I see things now. All of those situations that, like, fucked me up, it really didn't fuck me up. I had to go through what I went through in order
growth situations.
I had to. And, like, yo, I don't believe in God, so I don't want to say this because it goes against what I believe. But they always say, like, I'll just say the universe doesn't give you anything that you can't fucking handle. And I truly believe that because, like, honestly, through a lot of situations that I went through, I feel like if it wasn't me, it could have been a next girl who wouldn't have made it, or who didn't have the strength to get through it, or who would have really, really, really got fucked up off of that situation for life. But because it was me, and because I have the strength, or I have the knowledge, or the tools, or the motivation, whatever the fuck it is inside me to move past really fucked up, difficult situations, I don't know. I have to appreciate it at some point.
Well, I guess the strong part is actually knowing that you needed to do some work and you got the work done, because that's particularly important right there for sure. And a lot of, like, and you said you invested money Like you invested your money in the work. And a lot of people probably know that they got work to do, but don't want to put out the.
It's not even just like, it doesn't matter how
finances.
much. But normally, especially for like, I would say counseling and for therapy, if you pay for a service, it's not guaranteed, but I would feel like in that department, if you pay for a service, you are going to get a little bit of better help. And it's important to make sure you choose the right person for you, checking out their background, seeing what their credentials are, what do they specialize in, how many years have they been in practice. All of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
So you also need to do your background research when choosing a counselor or a therapist, because you need something that's specific to you and your situation, right? That's just a piece of advice that I learned when I was getting help. Hi, baby. Yeah. Sorry, my animals are chatty.
What kind of animal?
Yeah.
That was a gopher?
Do I have a gopher?
It sounded like a gopher. Wasn't that a gopher? A gopher mating call?
That's a chupacabra.
It's a Bengal cat.
A Bengal cat? Is it a northern Bengal cat?
Yes, it's a northern Bengal cat.
Would you like to tell me something about northern?
Okay, so
it's on my list here. Look at it, it's just perfect segue. It's great. That's what I do here. This is he does all the video. I do the segues.
I don't know what it is about myself, but I'm not keen on bigging up myself and my businesses. I don't know why.
Well, you've never been interviewed before, and here you are.
So I'm also a Bengal breeder. Bengals are, they're a hybrid, so they're half domestic and half wild. They have more wild traits than anything, but I breed them, and they're very pretty to look at. They're very smart. They're more like a little puppy than they are cats. So if anybody wants a dog but can't have one, I would highly recommend getting a Bengal.
Oh wait, isn't Bengal like a tiger?
I'll show you.
I thought a Bengal was a football player, guy. Isn't a Bengal a football player?
No.
This is my Bengal. See how pretty he is? So pretty.
Oh my God! How
That's
old
a lynx.
Is that? How old?
Loki. This is Loki. He's only 2. Loki, you have to sit still. They're good. So normally I did this just so you could see. He's very affectionate, but the thing is that he has more wild blood in him than he does domestic. So when it comes to teaching him tricks, it's very easy. So they're very easy to train. They love water. They look very wild. They have what's called a pelted fur. In real life, you can't see it on camera, but they have what's called glitter. So it actually all his fur look like it's gold.
Did you say pelted?
You want to see him? Oh.
How old?
He's not even 2 yet.
Oh man.
Look into the camera, Loki. Look at the people. Yeah, he's very pretty. So I now have 4 of them. I have 2 litters actually due any day now, from both of my queens.
Are they expensive?
Yes.
6,000 a piece?
Depends.
If I like you.
All right. Well, northern Bengals.
Bengals are very, very unique because depending on what color and personality you want will depend on the bloodlines from the past. And it'll also depend on what they're carriers for. So this brown one can produce white and he can also produce silver. He has those genes in him, but what he can't produce are silvers. He can't produce those. He can produce mink, brown, like all the other colors. But
how do you know?
Silver Bengals can produce silvers because they have to carry.
It's on the internet.
They have to carry what's called an AP gene, and what that is it means that their color is washed out. But if you pull up silver Bengals, I think that they're the most gorgeous because of the contrasts. It can go from like light to charcoal, and it's very, very beautiful. But yeah, they resemble little leopards. They're called living room leopards, but they're very wild in nature. They're not aggressive. They're very affectionate. Easy to train, love water. They're very puppy-like.
How much bigger does it get?
Great fucking pets.
How much bigger than that does it get?
That's it. So there's generations. So mine is an F5. They basically in F1 is one of the purest because that means it's 50% domestic and 50% Asian leopard cat. When you go down to F5, it just means they have a little less wild blood in them.
How did you get involved?
Whose friend is this?
You want to know what I told my boyfriend the other day? I said,
what did you tell him?
I'm in two of the biggest fucking industries in the whole fucking world, and at the end of the day, I choose to make money. Okay, that's always going to be Priscilla. I chose the pet industry, which is a $56 billion industry in North America, so Canada and the US alone. And then we have sex. I chose to become a boudoir photographer for a reason, because the sex industry is the top grossing industry in the world every year. All right.
So are you also doing?
I can't go wrong.
Are you also doing cats on YouTube?
That's the breed I chose. The reason I chose them is yes, I can make money off of them, and they are a pretty penny. But the thing is, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Depending on how I socialize myself with these cats, quite literally will be the personalities of what comes out, and that's what people are looking for. Not only the coat and the pattern to be improved, but the biggest thing is the personalities to be improved as well. So I knew by selling bangles, because they're highly desired and they're a nice profit, they were a very good investment, 100%.
Awesome.
I have 8 to 10 babies every 3 to 4 months. You do the math.
I can't do the math because you didn't tell me how much, but it's okay.
You can go on the web. I'm really funny with talking about.
No worries. We're not trying to count your pockets.
They can go. I mean, it's public information. They can go anywhere from like $1,500 to $8,000.
Right. So you just give them your little Priscilla personality, and then they go 8,000.
No, it goes by the rarity of the coats.
But when people wake up in the morning, the cats go, "Good morning."
It also depends if the people are buying it as a pet or with breeding rights. That's the biggest difference. If they're buying it with breeding rights, that means that the cat is not coming fixed, which means that they could also be potentially becoming my competition. Right? So if I'm going to sell one of my kittens that I have not fixed to anybody, you're paying a pretty penny for that, because I know the money you're going to make off of that one that I bred, that I purposely bred. So there's certain mating that happened. Like I'm a proper breeder. It's not just, let them go do their thing and then I'm going to have babies. No, there's certain, like the last one of my boys produced babies for one of the cat. Like I set it up a certain way because I wanted babies with certain babies. You know what I mean? Like I wanted certain litters to happen. And there's a reason for that. Not only is there money involved, but there's also like personality and health and coats, and like it gets very complicated. But the thing is it's very big. Like as much as there's a lot of people out there who don't like cats, I promise you there's 100 people more that do. That's why
it's true.
Cat videos and dog videos are the biggest thing on the fucking internet ever.
A good friend of mine does breeds Rottweilers.
Yes.
And that's so I just understand what you mean by all the.
So I love dogs, and a lot of people ask me why I've never bred dogs and I chose to breed cats. Puppies are a lot of work.
Yeah.
Puppies are a lot of fucking work, and dogs gestation period and raising puppies is very different from Bengals. Bengals, I could probably get, I'd say about 20 to 25 babies in total with just the 2 queens I have per year, as opposed to having dogs. And mind you, the cats basically take care of everything themselves. Yes, I have to monitor and I have to watch and whatever, but there's not a lot of work involved until those babies start crawling out of their nesting area at 4 weeks. So I don't know. I chose it because it's a lot fucking easier, and I can make so much more money off of the fucking cats than I can the dogs. But here's the thing. Not everybody can do what I do, because you have to be able to tolerate certain things. You have to have a love for animals. And you also have to, I'm not going to front, you have to have the money to be able to invest. So there's certain people that breed certain breeds of dogs because they're top tier, and they knew what they were doing when they invested into a stud and a queen. You know what I mean? Because they knew what they could make off of it investment wise if they did it properly. Same thing with me. Do I love animals first? 100%. Do I love money a little bit more? 100%. And I tell people I'm being more open about it now. At the end of the day, Twitch is still a business too. We make money off of Twitch. How can you not consider it a business?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Boss.
Yeah.
Boss.
Say word.
I am a Bengal breeder, Northern Bengals. Go check it out. I'm not good at picking up myself.
No. Well, we got you.
What's the website again?
Chooses money. It's northernbengals.ca, and I just updated
northernbengals.ca.
it yesterday.
Say that again about yesterday?
I just updated it yesterday.
Okay.
I have babies coming, so like any second now.
Yeah.
Lots of babies. Like one of my cats is like really fucking big. I'm sure that she's got like it has to be 6 to 8 because I know what she looked like last time she had 5.
Man.
Wow.
A lot smaller. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with so many babies, but it's gonna be fine.
How long does it take to get rid of them?
Rid? We don't get rid of babies. We find their forever home.
To transition to their forever home.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
This is coming from the fucking vegan. Shit.
Yes, I like to make money, but I said I care about the animals too. There's a process with me. I do a video call. So
I was actually talking about get rid of the litter box. Sorry.
The litter box?
Yeah.
Oh, so I have invested into robot litter boxes. So they don't have to do lots of the work and there's no smell.
Does the robot talk, yo?
It's a robot litter box. So what it does is it self cleans, but it was like it's a really good one. They're expensive. But they're worth it. Like when you have a cattery, which is what you call what I'm doing, it's a cattery. When you have a cattery, it's beneficial because otherwise I'd probably clean, if I was just a normal person with these 4 cats, I would probably clean the litter box maybe 3 times a day because I'm not having no litter smell in my house. What these ones do is it sweeps it and it also folds it and presses it so that there's no chance of the smell coming out, and that goes for like a week. So once it has like done whatever, the paper is finished and it's done everything, it'll tell you that it needs to be changed. But it's not like a cheapy one where you just see on like what you call this shopping channel and thing. It's not like that. It's very proper, but it's for a breeder, it's worth having them. I don't know if it's worth having one if you just have like 1 or 2 cats in the house. I mean, if you can afford it, but if I had just 1 or 2 cats, I wouldn't have these litter boxes. That's how you get rid of the litter. You pay for it.
Okay, thank you for clarifying for me.
I don't know.
This is the shit that I got. So now that he asked that question, I actually want to know how at what age do the kittens transition to their forever home? Like dogs are like 8 weeks, 12 weeks.
So the reason I keep the Bengals for an addition 12 to 14 weeks, the reason I keep them longer is because the longer they stay with their moms, the better personality and healthier baby you'll have when they transition. And the second thing with Bengals is that the more time you have with them, the better socialized they will be. So I actually, to tell you the truth, because my Bengals are raised around dogs as well, because a lot of these Bengals, because they're very puppy-like, they love, I'll put a video on Instagram that one of my clients sent me. The Bengal is literally wrestling with the dog, but not in like, a fighting way. Like they love each other. They sleep with each other.
Playing.
But that's because, like I said, it depends on what I do with the kittens before they go home. I socialized them with Maya and Barkley. So Maya and Barkley allowed them to sleep on them. The kittens would go and cuddle with them. Maya, from the day that the kittens were born, would go and put her snout over the bedding and just like a protection thing. So the kittens always had the smell of the dogs around well before they were able to realize that there were dogs around. So once like Maya and Barkley got to see them every day, so there was no transition. It was just something normal as they grew up and were able to open their eyes and like all these things. And having said that, it's important to keep them for 12 to 14 weeks because you're able to shape their personalities. So now when I go to my it's business too. So now when I go to my clients, right? And I say, can I get a review on how your kitten is doing, what the process was like with me from beginning to end as a breeder? What's the health and temperament like and how happy you are with your kitten now? So that I can put that on my website, because now when I have a review from every single happy person that's taken a kitten home from me, that I literally made that happen. Like I helped create these lives, you know what I mean? And now they have a forever like animal in their house that they love so much. It's part of their family. That's how animals are, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But now having those reviews on my website, people are gonna, it's a trust thing. Oh, people have already adopted from her and they're super fucking happy. Oh shit, that's the coats that she's producing. Oh shit,
Right.
she's offering it at this price as opposed to this person over here. And da 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 da. Those reviews are everything for
Word.
any business owner because it tells the truth about your product. You're having your clients speak for you and big up your business quite literally to other people without you having to do any marketing. That's the best marketing that you can ever have for your business. So I make sure every interaction, every dollar that I make, every person that I meet, I try to make it a memorable one for them. Because here's
That's
the thing,
dope.
here's one tip about business that I will give you. People will never buy your fucking product. People don't need your fucking product at the end of the day. People buy your story. That's my advice.
Put that on a sticker, yo.
Big business advice. It's something
People
you learn
don't buy
very
your
early.
product. People buy
They buy you and your story.
your story.
They buy what you stand for. So for example, let's just use Tim Hortons just as a quick example. People go to Timmy's because there's a story behind Timmy's. It's very Canadian. It makes you feel like home. They have it's very like inviting. They sponsored the kids camp thing every year, so people, you know, they know what they do for the community. There's things behind where Timmy's came from or how it makes people feel. You're not buying Timmy's coffee is shitty, to be real. Okay, it's very shitty. Go buy
Comparatively,
McDonald's
yeah.
coffee. Yes, I don't like it. But I will buy it sometimes. You know what I mean? It's with any product. A lot of times you could be selling fucking candles, and people don't necessarily need candles, but they believe in you and your product and where your story came from and why you started making candles. So they gonna support you. Your candles are going to be the best fucking candles that they own in their house because of who they bought it from.
Right. No, it's true. It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy we went with the deep questions first. It's
We
wonderful.
got some like normal questions now, Bennett, or what?
I don't know, man.
Do you guys have after dark questions for me?
What does that mean? So what
Well,
defines?
that's where I was going just now. I was going to ask you
See,
something.
yeah.
It doesn't mean
All right.
anything.
No, here we go.
No. We can just
No, here we go. Cat.
No, okay. So what I want to know is,
okay.
how did you get into
That's funny.
How did I get into what?
After dark? Like, how did the after dark side of you come along on Twitch? Like,
well, you asked about it, man. I was about to ask you about sports.
yeah, I mean,
I love the NFL.
we touched a bit
No,
on we touched a bit about that. We touched a bit on after dark
It's
type
very
conversation
simple.
earlier.
I was going through a lot of anxiety and stress at one point in my life, and there came a time where I couldn't sleep. Like that house, it felt very haunting. So there was lots of nights where, you know, it was such a big fucking house and I was all alone. So a lot of times I didn't want to feel alone at 2:00 in the morning. And I started turning the camera on, but there was another reason behind that I'm not going to bring up right now. I thought that here, I'll tell you guys why I started. I'll be for reals with you. I was a little bit sick at that time, and I felt like if I went to sleep like during that time, I wasn't gonna wake up. And so I was scared to go to sleep. So I would turn the fucking camera on. So I would stay awake all night, like quite literally until like 7, 8, 9 in the morning. We'd be rating it to Drew's room. And so this happened like a couple nights in a row or whatever. And one night, Drew came in my room and Twist came in my room. And that night, Drew and Twist was like going back and forth. I see Remix Sean. Big up celebrity Drew wherever he is.
I think he did another 3 shows. That's the hardest working man on the Twitch. Anyways,
I love him so much.
He's a good guy, that guy.
So Drew and Twist are going back and forth with this battle of calling each other names like Twisty Boo, Drew Rooney, whatever the fuck they were doing, right? And then I don't know what happened, but Drew was like, yo, is this After Dark thing going to be a regular thing or what? And I was like, yo, that's going to be the name. And I was like, yes, it will be a regular thing. So Drew named it After Dark. And I decided to keep doing it. And I was doing it for a while in the middle of the night consistently, like at least like 2 to 3 times a week. So that's how After Dark came about. And it was just like, yo, in the middle of the night, because we just wanted to laugh and like whatever, we would always talk about sex.
Okay.
Because I was single then. I was just telling them stories about my dating life and shit. So it was fun. And then they would tell me stories about shit. So that's how After Dark got all made up.
I heard about you. The way I heard about you was I was talking to Ms. Denise Jojo in a chat.
Yeah.
Right. And she's like, "Oh, I just came back from PriscillaInThe6ix." I'm like, "Where's that?" She goes, "She's a streamer." Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a streamer. I go, "Okay, so what does she do? She DJs?" She goes, "No, she talks about sex." I'm like, "Oh."
I would expect nothing less. And the thing is that is not offending to me when people that's how they describe PriscillaInThe6ix.
Not at all.
About my show. It does not offend me at all.
No, but it's not like she's saying like derogatory.
No, but like
sex.
she was just explaining, but I'm just even saying just in general, because that's what people think of when they think of me. They think of sex. That's the first thing that comes to most people's minds.
No,
okay.
that's not the first. That's not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of you.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of me, Bennett? I have to know.
Pelting.
What'd you say?
Pelting.
Pelting. Pelting.
Good morning. The Bengal. Good morning. That's the first thing that I think.
Good morning. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that is for a lot of people too. Good morning. Yeah.
Priscilla, good morning. No, I'm not doing that.
Yes, that's right.
That's how it is.
It's all right.
It's all good.
I made you do it a lot when you were on my show. I made you do it. So
did he do it?
He did, but he didn't.
Did? You ended up doing it?
He did the best that he could.
You could do better than that.
Just stop, Bennett.
You could do better than that, Bennett.
No, he can. You can. You practiced. Watch. Go. Watch him.
I already did it.
Kuture, can I see it live?
Again?
Yeah.
See, the thing about me is I have performance anxiety.
Okay. What if I do it with you?
That's what she said.
I love it.
Where's that emote, bro?
Huh?
Where's that emote?
I told you I don't do the emotes. I do the jokes.
Mrs. Ramsey says has had long hours on the phone with Priscilla. She's not lying.
That's what's up. See, it's a community. It's a family.
Mrs. Ramsey is one of the first people that I met on Twitch, and she's one of the people who have not switched or disappeared.
Did you know that Mrs. Ramsey, when I first met her, I was being security on her, and I was trying to like throw her around and get her out of.
Well, why?
I didn't like her at first.
You didn't like her?
Because Che told me so.
Che told you not to like Mrs. Ramsey?
So I was security. She knows this. She knows the story.
T-Dot hated me.
That's all I knew. It just nothing happened. Che just told me I had to hate on. I was go watch that one.
Let me not call him names. He's such a Che.
Oh, it's a true story. It's all good, man. It's all good. All good in the hood. How many shows do you do a week? You do like 17 shows a week too, right?
17, yes, that's correct.
Can you tell us when your shows are? Can you tell us when your shows are on?
It's just Monday to Thursday, guys. I know it's
Monday
to but I'm not
that's
into
17.
I'm not on Twitch on the weekends at all.
We do one show. We barely do 1.5 shows a week.
Okay, but so just because I boss the fuck, people need PriscillaInThe6ix. I don't even know what to say.
Yes. Yes.
Boss the fuck. There's no way that I could do boss the fuck up once or twice a week. There's too much to talk about.
Okay. What did you talk about when you had Yella and the Bandit on there the other day?
The topic was, it was after dark, and the topic was how men view sex. It was interesting. They spit some bars. They
were good.
Yes, we had a lot of fun. That was a lot of. After Dark is still to date my favorite show. I love it because I feel like during After Dark, people just feel like more of themselves. And it's sort of right before Friday. So people are just getting ready to start letting loose. Like they're tired of the week that was ahead of them. 10 o'clock at night on a Thursday, they're like, yo, I'm ready for the fucking weekend. So I feel like when After Dark comes about, there's a lot more people who are just willing just to like let loose and be
Let
themselves.
loose.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the chat had high energy. The chat
Yeah.
had high energy.
It did.
And
I love having guests.
Kitron is your mod, right?
Yes. He's my mod.
Kitron, no easy,
What
man.
did Kitron do now? Do I need to beat him or what?
No. Because I was watching him in Queen
Why are you
SBX.
beating people? Why you gotta be beating people? Big up to DJ Ron C in the house. Why you gotta be beating people?
It's a Guyanese thing. We just always say we want to beat you. This is how we talk. Yeah, you could kiss your teeth all you want over there.
I can. This is true. I know this.
Who's been your most interesting guest so far?
Couture came and fucked up my chat the other day. You want to know what I'm pissed about? I'm pissed at Couture a little bit.
What did I do now?
But he's excited. He's like, yeah.
What did I do now?
We're gonna get into it. Cause man, he came into my chat the other day and he's like, something. I was talking about my boo, and then he's like, nobody's sexier than Bennett, though, right? Like he got hot shot.
Yo, what the hell's going on here, man?
I was like, Couture, you put me in such an awkward position because I know my baby's watching, so I had to. I think Bennett is one of the sexiest men.
Because you said.
Stop.
You said the boys.
Stop it.
You said the boys from Nice and Neat.
On. Wait, hang on. The's an emote for this.
Yes.
You said the boys from Nice and Neat are sexy, and I said sexier than Bennett.
Yes, that is what I said.
There's an emote for that.
And I said no. Nobody's sexier than Bennett except for my man. I can't say Bennett's sexier than my man. I can't know that.
She's like, no one's sexier than Bennett except for me and my man.
I said that. I did. I said nobody's sexier than Bennett except for me and my man. I have to make that very clear. This is what I heard. Yo, Bennett's the sexiest man. Yo, I'm sure I'm not getting no dick anytime soon.
Yeah, you did kind of stumble at that. You kind of stuttered, like, oh shit, how do I answer this?
He made it very
in fairness, she did stutter.
He's not sharing nothing, so he's not sharing at all. He made that very clear. That's one thing I can't get away with.
Stop it. Calm down.
Stop it. Calm down. Don't you have the button?
Huh?
Like Roncy?
I got an emote. We got an emote for that. It's close, but not for the official.
What does that say? Cat?
Calf.
Oh, Roncy. Okay, yeah.
Calf.
Where Priscilla is the next place that you're going to travel to? Come on, whatever the next place time you're going to travel. Where do you want to go? Where is the place you want to go?
I can't even answer that question. I just want to go wherever my baby is. That's where
her and her baby gonna go to the Maldives, do a fancy boudoir shoot.
If I could pick like a vacation spot though.
The bills make me want to shout. Kick my heels.
Buffalo. Who the ass is in Buffalo?
We all know what's happening now.
Rainbow.
We all know what's happening now. Hey. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Are you going to Trinidad? Is that why you're singing that song?
No, I was singing the Buffalo Bills shout song.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah, giddy up. Let's go.
Jamaica. 100%. I gotta go fulfill my fantasy, guys.
You never been? And what's your first of all, have you been and what's your fantasy? Oh, well, I'm asking because you say it.
I've been a few times.
And the fantasy
my fantasy, you weren't in my 1 year the other day.
Hey, it's after dark. No, it's after dark. It's after dark.
Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah. I don't care. So my fantasy is to be in Jamaica with 2 Jamaican men. Sexy as fuck. Tall, chocolate, handsome, all the things. And I want to be handled by both of them on the beach with blunts and drinks. I want them to do all of the things to me. I want to feel like a fucking goddess in Jamaica on the beach with the 2 men. And the drinks and the blunts, everything. I need all of that to make it happen. So that's my fantasy. What's you guys' fantasies?
My fantasy. Oh, my fantasy is easy.
All right, let's hear it.
No child support.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yo.
A real good one. And Bennett, how about you?
I just want to live a happy life. Thanks. That's it. It's my fantasies to live a happy life.
That doesn't count.
What do you mean? Why not? Happy life. I like a lot of things. If I'm happy, then I would have lived a good life if I'm happy.
No. Couture and I both gave their fantasies.
Holy Tadao, big up, man. That's like an hour away right now, Tadao. Jeez. Thank you, brother.
Oh, 11:11? An hour? That's 11 minutes.
I know. It's like an hour, right? I'm focused, man. Tell Stealth to holler at me, man. Anyways, what were you saying now?
Let me get some of the easy questions now.
The easy questions? What's your favorite movie?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Why?
I love the story.
What's the story? Tell people what you love about the story.
The story is about a very simple man who loves a very elite woman. They fall in love. They know that they want to be together, and there's some politics involved in it. But end story is that he was captured, and he was made to believe that he was dead. So he was gone. He was in a prison. Was treated for about 10 years, 12 years, ocean, and he escaped. And when he escaped, because he was already dead, he became a count. And so back in that time, a count was basically like a king. He was not quite a king, but he was very respectable, had a lot of money.
Who's the star of that movie?
Jim Caviezel, I forget how you say his last name. Jim Cavie something, and what the fuck is this guy's name? The other white guy, Pierre.
Something. All right, no worry.
That's an old movie, right?
So it is an old
1800s
movie,
guy.
but I like the newer version, which is like maybe from the 90s.
90s?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I don't want you knocking over the water and stuff.
Okay, so if you are planning a girls' night where you guys are gonna go put on your heels and go and have some pre-drinks and then go out, what type of club? What's playing at the club? Where are you going on a pimped out girls' night? What do you want to do?
What I like to do, I like to go to a steakhouse, take some shots, eat some fucking steak, because I know I'm gonna be drinking. That's my preference.
I like anti-vegans. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god.
How many cats is that?
It's the same one.
It's like a GIF.
It's the Matrix, yo.
Cat's like a GIF.
It's the Matrix. Oh, she got this shit planned out, guy. Don't worry, she's good. This is advertising, guy.
Yes. Look at her. This is Ocean. She's a rare blue Bengal, guys. She's very special. She goes for about $5,500. That's what money looks like. All right.
NorthernBengals.ca.
That's what money looks like.
Get out of here. Barkley, everything's okay. There's so many animals. I don't know why I don't close the door anymore. What were we talking about again?
Steakhouse. You're at the steakhouse with the girls. Oh.
So as long as I have something to eat, I prefer a steak. I could do shots and smoke weed all night. But if it was up to me, we're definitely going somewhere that's playing some like dance hall. I want to dance to reggae music and I want to dance to soca music. When I'm out, that's what I want to dance to. I have nights, like I'll go to events like Pull Up the Tune where the music is very easygoing and it's a very chill vibe. I don't mind that. But if it's a girls' night, we're going to fucking rock the fuck out. We're getting drunk. We're going to do the things that girls do when we go out, and I'm not going to release the secrets, but that would be a nice night.
You go to Fox's Den?
What you know about Fox's Den?
I mean...
Good morning. That's what you know about Fox's Den.
Yes, good morning. And then that's what we know, right?
Oh, shit.
Good morning.
Time when life got a little rough, you know?
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you guys, stop it. Stop it. Do you, okay, because I know some people when I ask this question say,
Okay.
I don't watch TV. Do you watch television of any sort? You watch television, and what are you
Not
watching? Like, are you watching anything? Is there?
Am I currently watching anything?
Yeah, what are you watching?
Right now, I'm watching Ozark. I was supposed to watch the last episode last night, but I didn't get a chance to, so I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm in the middle of watching Stranger Things with my son. So since Stranger Things came out, it's been a tradition for us to watch the episodes together. So we still do.
How old is he?
Is this what happens to the Bengals after like midnight, guy? Or is this what's
They're
going
like
on?
gremlins, yo.
He looks so cute before, and I was like, Har.
I think my son is going to be 15 this year. Why are you laughing?
Because he said your cats are like gremlins after midnight.
They are. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. So Bengals, maybe not surprisingly, are the most active. I would say between midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking running and doing shit. Like, yo,
perfect.
look at Ocean's face right now. She's just fucking chilling. Here she is.
That's Gizmo. That's Gizmo.
Her name might as well be fucking Gizmo because like Drake, I come alive in the nighttime. That's these guys, 100%. They sleep all fucking day. You don't see them. Don't even know where they are.
And then the parakeets.
Now, you know what it is?
Getting loud.
So she's a hunter. She's actually chased. There's a fly. So she's not going to stop until she gets it. That's why she keeps coming up here.
The fly?
No way.
That's precise, man. That's tough.
That is one great thing about having cats. They'll fuck up all the bugs for sure. Bark.
That's crazy.
What's
it's money running around in circles. That's what's happening.
Did you do something to my dog? He got so scared just now.
Oh?
Yeah, I think you made a scary face at him or something. Ocean, oh my god.
All right, so if you were on Drew's Channel Points lottery, and I say this because there was a new Drew game today, if nobody saw that. If you were on Drew's morning show, Channel Points lottery, what number would you pick after they tried to pelt the cards at you and you dodge them? I figured. Yeah, one number, 1 to 52. What number would you pick? If you had to pick right now, what would it be? What's your favorite number between 9? All right. 9. Did you guys see Drew's channel? He has a new game today. Did you guys see that?
He actually did. He'd be talking shit all the time. He'd be like, "Oh, guys, I got a new game, blah blah blah," and then he'll go live, and then there's no new game. He does that all the time. So I just expected the same thing. So he actually brought a new game.
New game. So first of all, Vicky, I'm seeing Vicky's name, and I feel like Vicky batted us up. I have to say something. I have to say something to Vicky about something. I like Vicky and all that good stuff. She cool and all. But I feel like there was something on the internet that I have to talk to Vicky about, and I didn't write it down. So I'm going to figure that out, Vicky.
Her number is 69. She picked 69 all the time.
But is that why you picked 9? Because it can turn to a 6? So it's like multi-purpose?
She's being smart. She's ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
No! Oh my god. All these cats want to fucking... They're going to fuck up my Twitch, I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Can you take me off the screen for a minute? Because I need to just get them out. And I'm not wearing any pants. And I have to get up.
Whoa. Okay. You got to be back in 3 minutes. Okay, bye. Okay. Everybody. Kuture.ca/events. You go there. You will find tickets for Drift on June 26th. It's a boat. It's going to be lit. We are going to have DJ Ron C and DJ's Roots Redemption. And they're going to light fires on the boat. And it's okay if we light fires because we're on the water. Drift brought to you by Couture Life and Jade Management. Couture.ca/events. Giddy the fuck up.
Can't wait to see y'all there.
We're gonna candy.
We're definitely gonna candy.
Twice.
Maybe more than and Chase said he's gonna learn how to do it so that he can do it. I know Denise is gonna do it. Now, you gonna do it?
Giddy up.
Ms. Ron C. I know you're gonna do some candy. Look at this here. We are gonna do it. And then when we all start doing it, then tdothotshot is just gonna feel compelled to get. This guy says, "Hell no."
Not doing it. All right. Does she have her pants on? I think she has her pants on. All right.
No, I don't have no pants on.
All right, everybody. It is 11:10 and some change. If you subscribe to Pizza in the Break Room, you have an 11:11 emote. If you do not subscribe to Pizza in the Break Room, hopefully you have a keyboard, and you can just like you can type in 11:11 at 11:11 in about 15 seconds. We're gonna take all any bad juju we got. We're gonna breathe that bad juju in. We're gonna push it out, and we're gonna take all the good juju from all these people in the chat. Big up to PriscillaInThe6ix for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Mama.
It is 11:11. If you got them, 11:11's in the chat. Please feel the energy. Energy's good. As we've learned today, energy brings us, through a lot of things that we never know we can make it through, and then we see ourselves on the other side, and it's better. Maybe not all good yet, but it's better, and we just keep on getting better. That's what Priscilla taught me today, right, Priscilla?
I taught you something.
Yeah, man. Aww. Don't worry, Priscilla. It's all good energy, and that's why you're here today. You've taught me something.
It's just like you said. It's so good to surround yourself with people with the right. I won't say good energy. The right energy. It's
the right energy. Sometimes it's just the energy that you need at the right time, and that's what Twitch has provided me overall, and for the most part. For all the people that were around on my birthday weekend as well, big up for that energy.
Hell yeah.
Breathe that all out. It's 11:12. Whew.
All right.
Whew.
Feel good? Feel hot? You getting hot flashes? How old are you, Bennett?
45. I just turned 45 years old.
Oh, nice.
45 in the chat.
Did you see her? She said, "Oh," and like when I was on her show the other day, people were calling me her father, and then we had to correct it to make sure that I was like, calling her
we
daddy.
have dad on the show today, and I was like, "That's my dad."
Daddy.
Who was that again?
Dad.
CD, casual distraction.
Casual distraction.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry I called him your dad."
No, that's all right.
Is it go, Priscilla? We got your dad on here.
I'm today? Like, I didn't take any offense to it, to be honest.
Me neither. Not at all. Zero. It was hilarious. That's all right.
I think Bennett is a great looking dad.
Say it the way you said it the other day.
Bennett's sexy as fuck. You okay there, Bennett?
Yeah. I would say I wasn't drinking my water and minding my business over here, but I'm just on the red cup.
You can't ever mind your business when Priscilla's around. That's the thing.
Jer, I'm coming for you on Friday, brother. You watch me and you, brother.
T that shit. T that shit. That's dope.
Denise daddy. It's Denise daddy. Denise JoJo said, "Who's your daddy?"
That's all right. That's all right. I make them stutter every now and then. It's wonderful. All right, Priscilla, before we leave, tell us something or something that inspires you.
That's a good question.
I hope so. I mean, it's like the last question of the night. Like you've made it through every other question. That's why I held it till the end. It was my question. I wrote it down. That's why it's a good question. Now, hit me up, woman.
I think I'm just going to have to, it's not really general, but it really is inspiring to me, is just hearing other people's stories. Always will be. That's it for me. I like hearing other people's stories because it's what Boss the Fuck is based off of. So it allows me to have a different perspective, see things from a different light, have a different type of understanding and patience, not only for people as a whole, but for myself too. And I think that that's the most inspiring thing for any person, is just to be able to listen to somebody else's story.
Is there a story that really hits you from some, like your story is amazing and it's great, and thank you for telling us.
For sure, yeah, I
as
appreciate you
much
for that.
as much as you have about your story, and I know I've heard a little bit more about it on your channel, but is there somebody's, and you don't have to call them out by name, of course,
I
story
can
that's
share
just
with
pushed
you,
you?
and there's only like one story that really comes to mind, to be honest with you, like right off the top of my head. That school that I went to in New York, I used to go to jails and detention centers and high schools and different things like that. And I would talk to the youth, like specifically teenagers, about shit that I had gone through. And a
Right.
major piece of my story was about gang shit that I was around, and also being molested by multiple men. So that was what I was able to share with these teens. So what had happened was, I was at a school and I was just singing and sharing my story, whatever, like I normally do, whatever. It was in New York. And we had come back. So with the singing group, it allowed me to travel and tell my story and speak to other groups. We would do this for like 2 weeks at a time, and then we would come back to the campus and do our work, like whatever, and then be on the road again and travel. Oh my God! Look at the doggy! Y'all, you can't just bring animals in front of my face and not expect this.
Kingston's in the house, so
Why does he look so unimpressed?
huh? Because Kingston ain't about that life. Right now he's
Okay,
like,
I'll
yes,
focus so
please
we can listen to the
focus.
story. No, just keep him right there though. That's the best eye candy ever. And so yeah,
No memes.
years later, like I come back home, and years later, I think I think it was about 5-6 years ago, because I remember posting it on Instagram. I get this message from this girl, and it's a long fucking message. She found me on Instagram. I don't know how, but she did. And she wrote this long story to me about how back when she was in high school, she had heard my story. And this was the fucked up thing. This girl, when she was telling me what happened to her, this was so inspiring. This is why I do what I do, actually. And I don't think I've ever told this story before. So this girl goes on to say, I was at a high school. You came and you were singing, and you sat down and you talked with me specifically.
You were singing? You sing too?
I used to sing. So part of it. I didn't do that anymore. Anywho, the girl goes on to say, she goes, you sat down with me when I was in high school, and you told me about all the shit that you were going through. And she said, I never told you, but here's my story. And she goes, I will pre-warn anybody who's sensitive, because I'm going to talk the things. So if you're sensitive to, like, let me just talk the things, to rape or anything to do with that, then y'all might want to exit. But this is the story. So she goes, when I was a kid, my dad used to have his friends come to the house and sleep with me, and they would pay him for that. So as early as 7 years old. And she said that went on until I was about 15 or 16, right up until she came to the program in the States. And actually, sorry, not the program. She had relocated with one of her aunts in New York, and that's where she was now going to school. So she at that time had just come out of that situation, but like she had been on drugs, like on heroin and like all of these things to numb her.
Of course.
During that process, right? So this is the shit that she was dealing with. That's to say the least, but that was her story. So as she goes on, she goes, when I sat down with you in New York, I had only been here for like, I think like 3 or 4 days. It was like her second day at school or some shit
Hmm.
when she met me. And after we had that conversation, she wanted to kill herself that day. And she went home and she had like everything ready. This is all in like this message that I got from her. And she went home and she had everything ready. And she couldn't bring herself to do it because of where she saw me at. And we're basically at the same age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what we went through wasn't very, I mean, it was different,
But it was
very
similar.
different. It was very similar. And so she didn't. And she said from that day, she went, I don't know what happened, like how she ended up telling the story, but she ended up getting help. She went to rehab first. And then she went on to say she went to go get some courses done for studying for finances or some shit. Now she's working for a Fortune 500 company. She ended up staying in New York and she works like on Wall Street and shit now. And like that's what she chose to do. But she was like, she's like, there's not many days that go by that I don't think of you. And she told me how she went through people to find me. But it was important for her years and years and years. I'm talking like maybe 15, 16 years later. This woman reaches out to me to tell me about a moment that changed her life because I shared my story.
That's what's up.
So that might give people a little bit more insight as to why I am the way I am and why I talk things is because it's important.
Big up for that.
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for the singing as well, because I mean, the singing is what brought her to you as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find some like.
You guys will hear me like pretend sing on my channel.
No, we don't have to hear you pretend sing. We can hear you for real sing right now when you sing Bennett, "Happy Birthday." Let's go. 1, 2.
Is it Bennett's
1,
birthday?
2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to.
Is it Bennett's birthday?
Join me, woman.
No, it was.
Happy birthday to you.
It was 4 days ago.
4
okay, I'll
days
sing it then.
Happy birthday.
No, that was supposed to make you not sing. Oh,
I don't want to sing.
Just join me, man. There's only 2 more bars left. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now?
40 fucking 5. Weren't you paying attention, man? Rewind a couple of minutes, man. Watch the replay. You can
How
catch
does
that
it
shit.
feel, Bennett? How does it feel to be 45?
It's all good. It was a wonderful weekend. There was a lot of good people around me this weekend.
That's real good to hear.
That was and I was off all week. There was a lot of weekend before. It started the weekend before, so it was litty around a lot of good people. I'm happy to be around many good people. At the end of the day, that's what I will always remember.
Happy birthdays in the chat. Happy birthdays in the chat.
No, it was like 4 days ago. We don't need any more happy birthdays in the chat.
You never even got one yet. You never got one in the chat, man. This for you. Happy birthday for you.
Stop it.
I would like to take a minute to say thank you to the both of you for popping my cherry on the interview thing. It's my first time. It was my first time, and I loved being able to be here with you guys because I knew coming on this show, it was just going to be real as fuck. So thank you for allowing me to be able to be myself and be comfortable and open. And
thank you for sharing.
Yes. You're welcome. Y'all made me feel so comfortable.
That's you're going to want to come back.
I'm going to come back. I promise. Whenever you want me to come back,
look in my eyes.
All right. Let them know. So we are going to, everybody, we're going to raid out to DJ Star Q. We definitely appreciate y'all being here. And
bye, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat.
Look, Priscilla, all we missed was the beach and the ganja. No, there was ganja, wasn't there?
Yeah. There was ganja. They were on a bed of
guys popped your cherry.
They were on a bed of ganja.
I'll accept. I guess I've had most of my fantasy fulfilled.
Oh man. Big up to everybody in here. Big up to the mods, Fave, Mrs. Ron C. Tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, everybody, 6 p.m. Boom Boom chat room, 1 year anniversary. Big it up.
Chat room, 1 year
Christy
anniversary.
Ray, Tadal, big up everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Love anywhere, you. But you are here with us. So hang on. Let's go listen to Mr. Star Q or DJ Star Q. Thank
Mr.
you again. Well, I mean, he's what's wrong with that? Isn't that what it says on his mail?
No, it just doesn't sound right.
That's what it says on his mail, right? It doesn't say DJ Star Q on his mail. It says Mr. Star Q on his mail. That's right. So Mr. Star Q, right?
DJ Star Q.
Big up, y'all.
I call him Starby.
All right. Well, you, Miss Priscilla, you hang on tight for half a second.
I will.
And we're out, everybody. Peace.
Bye.
One time.
Are they gone?
Almost. Wait, hang on.
Get out of here already. We have shit to talk about behind your back.
All right, we're through, man. Go hit it. Hang on.